Alright, it is Tuesday, March 26, 2019 at 2:59 p.m. Let's take a look at some headlines. Alright, a Greenland glacier is growing. That doesn't mean melting is over. A pulse of cooler water at its edge let part of the glacier gain some mass, but overall the melting across Greenland continues apace. NASA's Oceans Melting Greenland project has revealed Greenland's Jakobshavn Glacier is island's biggest. It is actually growing, at least at its edge, in research published Monday in Nature Geoscience. Researchers report that since 2016, Jakobshavn's ice has thickened slightly, thanks to relatively cool ocean waters at its base, which have caused the glacier to slow down its melt, then reverses the glacier's 20-year trend of thinning and retreating, but because of what's happening on the ice sheet and overall climate outlook, it's not necessarily a good thing for global sea level. Alright, so at least a glacier is growing some. That's something interesting and something, at least a little bit of good news. Alright, next. Airlines keeping safety training to an absolute minimum. The head of the UK's Flight Safety Committee says that airlines and plane manufacturers are keeping safety training to an absolute minimum, under pressure to keep their costs low. Di Whittingham, head of the trade group, said the industry has less desire to provide training. Pilot training is in focus after Boeing's 737 MAX Ethiopia Airlines Flight 302 crashed, killing all 157 on board. Boeing said safety was its highest priority. The UK Flight Safety Committee consists of representatives from the world of aviation, including major airlines, manufacturers, and safety regulations. Mr. Whittingham told the BBC that shareholders are squeezing airlines hard on cost. Spending on training fleets of captains and first officers is not necessarily welcome. He said that if airlines wanted more training, that they had to argue with their financial teams to get it signed off. That's pretty scary when there's all these other planes crashing and the safety airline is kept, the safety of these airplanes is kept to a minimum because of cost. That's kind of dangerous. Alright, next. Hackers could take over some implanted defibrillators, feds say. Patients should keep using more than 20 vulnerable Medtronic devices because the benefits outweigh the risk, the government says. The world's largest medical device company has acknowledged that many of its implanted cardiac defibrillators use an unencrypted wireless protocol that could allow an attacker to change the settings of the life-saving devices. The vulnerability affects more than 20 defibrillator models, monitors, and programmer units made by Medtronic Inc. of Findlay, Minnesota. The devices include implantable cardiovascular defibrillators, or ICDs, which can correct dangerously fast or irregular heartbeats, and cardiac resynchronization therapy defibrillators, which essentially are pacemakers that deliver small electrical charges to help keep the heart's ventricles pumping in sync. So apparently these are able to be hacked. Hopefully that doesn't happen to anybody, but that's kind of scary that they could hack into somebody's heart devices. Alright, next. Sandy Hook victim's father apparently took his own life. The father of Sandy Hook Elementary School victim has been found dead, having apparently taken his own life, police say. Newton, Connecticut police said Jeremy Richmond was found in his office building on Monday. The 49-year-old was the father of 6-year-old Aviel, one of the 20 children killed in the December 2012 shooting. Police said that the expected to post-mortem examination for the medical examiner later on Monday. This is a heartbreaking event for the Richmond family and the Newton community as a whole, Newton police spokesman said in a statement. The police department prayers are with the Richmond family right now, and we ask that the family be given privacy in this most difficult time. That is so sad that he chose to go that way. Also, after 2 suicides in Parkland, parents are looking for ways to help their children. Parents in Parkland, Florida are still coping with fallout from last year's school shooting, faced of a new tough questions after recent suicides in the community. They're wondering, could this be my son and daughter? Sydney Aleo, a 2018 graduate of Majority Stoneman Douglas High School, killed herself last week. She survived the attack on Valentine's Day 2018 that killed 17 people in the Florida school, including 14 students and 3 staff members. Then on Sunday, current Stoneman Douglas student died in what police describe as an apparent suicide. It is not yet clear whether it was related to last year's school shooting. So there's 3 people here. There's Sydney Aleo, there's the father of the victim of the December 2012 shooting, Jeremy Richmond, and also another student that Stoneman Douglas student who they did not name, who also committed suicide. That is pretty sad. Please pray for their families. They're going through difficult times right now. As always, think and pray for these families. They're going through really, really hard times, and I think it's hard enough going through a school shooting and then having to live with survivor's guilt and all the other traumas that come in life. So please pray for them. Alright guys, hit like and subscribe for more headlines, and see you guys next time. God bless.